Gaffies, Tinubu needs to rest, PDP says. And also, PDP is also saying that Buhari need to walk the talk on free and fair elections. All right? They're also saying that APC won't let opposition mount campaign billboards posters. All right? APC states won't let opposition mount campaigning billboards in their states. All right? This is not right. This is not right. So a PDP is coming out now to say all of the reasons why Tinubu we need to go and rest, why Buhari we need to walk the talk for free and fair election, and why all the APC states should allow opposition party to mount their billboards and their posters. This is all of this coming against APC and against Tinubu. That is what all of this is all about. So 3 major issues with APC here: Tinubu's gaffe, APC not letting people put posters in their states, and then Buhari needing to walk the talk as an APC chieftain and the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The People Democratic Party has advised the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu, to quit the race and take a rest. In a response to an earlier call made by Tinubu for the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, to withdraw from the contest because he had run numerous times and failed, the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, said on Friday that if there's anybody that needs to rest, it is the former Lagos State governor. Speaking at an interactive session with journalists in Abuja, he observed that Tinubu is not in the physical and mental condition to lead the country, as demonstrated by his constant gaffes. The party spokesman said, "I do not know if he advises himself as well. If there's anybody who needs to go rest, it is him. He is just a boot of joke all over the place. Bala, blue, bulaba, blue, 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 blue. Come on." This is what he's known for. Number 2, he is the only man who creates a state without going through the constitution. You should recall his campaign in Delta State. He said the candidate of the APC in Delta State would be the governor of Niger Delta State. So he created a state again for Niger Delta. The constitution provides for how to create a state, but he created it right on the podium. Now, wow. So if there's anybody who needs to rest, it is him. He is a man who cannot even pronounce a word. He's tottering, he cannot. All right? For us, I think we just express pity. You see, dementia is setting in, sadly so, but the party won't accept that. In Lagos, he said, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Go and collect your APV." And you remember, it's all out there. All right? I understand that some people are even compiling a compendium of Asiwaju's gaffes. So is that what this country wants? It is a serious business. If you are too sick in any event, the Constitution provides for qualification. All right? You've got to have. Of course, you must have soundness of mind. Yes, for you to be a president, you must have a medical certificate of fitness before you can do that. You do not need any other external influence to help. There are allegations that he needs some push from other external forces. We don't know. But I think if anybody needs advice to rest, it is him. And I hope very soon he will go to rest, because apart from the physical ability, the mental capacity that is required to be president in this country, there are other issues that I believe is in the public domain concerning Tinubu. Issues about a reported case of indictment of conviction of official in the United States. Those are issues for which I think if there is anyone who needs to rest, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we hope he will take the advice. Also speaking at a different interactive forum with journalists in Abuja on Friday, the Director General Strategic Communication, PDP Presidential Campaign Council, Dele Momodu, appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to act on his promise to ensure the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections. This followed the harassment and attacks the PDP campaign has witnessed in parts of the country. He said it is not enough to back, but words must be followed with concrete actions. According to him, the party has not been able to mount its campaign billboards and posters in all APC-controlled states, especially Lagos, because they have been prevented from doing so. Can you imagine? He said in practically all APC-controlled states, it's been virtually impossible for us to install our billboards, to paste our posters, use APC government-controlled radio stations, especially in Lagos, where the candidate of the APC is seen as next to God. So I wish to appeal through you to the federal government, since they control the APC, that this is not what democracy is all about. I was one of those who fought and suffered for this democracy. We never envisaged that in the civilian regime, we are going to have this kind of harassment, whereby we cannot practice democracy as it should be done. In 2014 to 2015, I was one of those who supported Buhari, and there was never a time that PDP disturbed us, because if they had disturbed us, maybe there would have been no Buhari, right? So we are hoping that Mr. President will help us speak to the security agencies to protect the lives of our people, to protect our properties wherever they are on the soil of Nigeria, because we are all Nigerians. Momodu also affirmed that despite the harassment the party receives, its flag bearer, Atiku, is leading in all fronts, while its challengers are fading in strength. He stated people can see the clear difference between His Excellency Atiku Abubakar and the other challengers. It is very clear that he is the most experienced, the most detribalized. He doesn't go anywhere discriminating against anyone. He is prepared. But he went to North now, Kaduna, to say that Hausas don't need Yoruba or Igbo president. They need him. So what are you saying here? Momodu, check it. Nigeria cannot afford another sad experiment or experimentation, because if you are not prepared, that is what will happen. He knows what to do from day one. There is no doubt in my mind right now that PDP is the lead, all right? Is in the lead when it comes to campaigning, when it comes to positive messaging. The others will not say they are in disarray, but they are struggling. PDP is clearly in the lead. How can you be in the lead? How are you not struggling when you already have G5 governors fighting against the party? There's a very big fracas in the party. So Momodu better be honest here. PDP is a very responsible political party. We are the most organized political party, and that is why if you have monitored, or if you have followed our rallies, you should have noticed that they are usually carnivals of ideas, carnivals of issues. Now, a few times we have had issues, but it was because some people wanted to disrupt our rallies. But thank God we have a very good defense team. All right, they always go ahead to make sure that they can guarantee maximum security, because if you go to a rally and people get killed or injured, nobody wants to come to the next rally. So we have been extremely fortunate that we've been able to prevent the thugs from taking over our rallies. So that is what is coming from PDP here, that Tinubu need to go and rest. And this is coming at the point where Tinubu had to fire on Atiku, telling him that he had contested several times and failed, that he needs to go and rest and forget about politics. All right. Now, PDP has now come to respond to him, to tell him that if there's anybody that needs to rest, it should be him, because he has a lot of things that he's contending with. And one of it is that he has all his gaffes. One is that he created a Niger Delta State when he went for rally in Warri, when he was in Warri Township Stadium. And when he came to Lagos, he created APV instead of PVC, telling people to go and take PVC to vote him. He called PVC APV. All right? So he has been having a lot of gaffes. He has talking about Bulu Bala and Bala Bulu and Hula Balu and blah, blah, blue, 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 blue. All of those things are coming at the point where it is obvious that his health issues, his cognitive power, and his mental strength and mental health they're all degrading. All right. And so if there's anybody that needs to rest, it should be him on that premise. Now, secondly, it's coming now that, APC is not allowing any other opposition party to put their billboards and campaign posters in all the states that they are controlling. So all APC states are not allowing opposition party to put their campaign banners, posters, and billboards. And it's very, and they use Lagos as a case study. In Lagos, they are not allowing it to happen. The same thing they are doing to PDP, it's the same thing they are doing to APC. Meanwhile, in the National Peace Accord, they have signed that all governors must allow opposition party free and fair atmosphere to campaign in their states. But that is not what the APC governors are doing right now. It is quite unfortunate. All right. So if there's anybody that needs to rest, it is this Tinubu on all of these things, coupled with the indictment in the USA that's currently just in the cooler. It's been debated but has not been put to rest. All of these are hanging on his neck. He needs to free himself of those things, so he needs to go and rest. So PDP is humbly calling on Muhammadu Buhari, who is the president of the country and who is also an APC chieftain, to walk the talk, not just backing but not biting, to walk the talk to ensure that there is free, equity, and fairness in this election that is coming. And all governors should do their part. Everybody should have equal right to campaign. And Buhari should call all the APC states to order and all the entire states in the country to order, so that there will be free and fair atmosphere for campaigning and for election. All right, that you should walk the talk. In 2015, Momodu is saying that in 2015, he was in APC and he worked so many things for APC, and good luck and the PDP did not stop them from doing billboard. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been to call Buhari today in power. All right, so they should replicate this thing now that they're in power. Unfortunately, that is not what is happening. APC has turned out to be the most violent party in Nigeria today. This is a serious one. All right, somebody saying, but your useless party presidential candidate don't need rest, Abi. Can you imagine? That is Atiku. Somebody say your advice is useless. Better face your party problems and stop wasting people's data. All right, can you imagine? Another person is telling him your advice is totally irrelevant and valueless. So what is happening now? Because PDP has a lot of issues as well. All right, with the fight in the party with the G5 governors led by Wike, they have not resolved it and it's far from resolution. All right, saying that Ayu should resign so that a Satana can become the party chairman for there to be equity in the party, for where nothing is happening. They are fighting themselves. So the same advice that PDP is trying to give Tinubu here, I think they are also indirectly giving themselves a bit of those advices as well, so that all of them need to go and rest. They don't have anything to offer. All of them belong to the old crop of politicians of the old order that are recycling themselves without adding value to the system. So they all need to go and rest. That's my submission. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.